Hi, I'm Bibby Gignilliat, and I gave myself the name Bibby at age 3 when I couldn't say my real name, which was Elizabeth. So I called myself Bez, Betsy, and Bibby, but Bibby stuck, luckily. I chose the recipe ahi tuna tartare in a sesame wonton cups because it's my clients' favorite recipes. They request it over and over again at our hands-on cooking parties and corporate team building events. So let's get started. First, we need to create the vessel for the ahi tuna tartare. So what I'm going to do is take a wonton wrapper, just spray it with a little canola oil, and then I'm going to put it into a mini muffin tin and just kind of fold it like this. Tuck it in there nicely. Then I'm going to bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for 10 minutes, and it just looks like this. So I went to my favorite local fish market and I got sushi grade ahi tuna, and I cut it into a nice 1/4-inch dice. And you want to always smell it to make sure it smells like the fresh ocean breeze versus the low tide. If it smells like the low tide, get rid of it. I'm going to show you a couple of quick tips and tricks that are going to help you make this recipe so much faster. First off, I'm going to take a box grater and I'm just going to grate a hand of ginger. And if you notice, I didn't even peel it. I just washed it and made sure that it was nice and fresh. So once you have about 2 tablespoons of ginger pulp, what you want to do then is just squeeze it, and all the juice comes out and the hairy pulp remains in your hand. So no flossing is necessary. The next trick is a really fun one. It's zesting. And most people use a box grater for zesting, but the downside of the grater is oftentimes you nick your knuckles, and so get a little extra protein in the dish. The other downside is it's awfully hard to clean. So I'm just going to take a piece of parchment paper and put it on top of the box grater and then just grate like so. And then when you pick it up, all this nice zest you can just scrape into your dish. Even easier is to take a microplane zester. I don't know if you remember this from wood shop, but I sure do. And you just zest it like so. This tool is a really great tool that can be used on chocolate, cheese, ginger, nutmeg, garlic. The next fun trick I want to show you is garlic. What part of garlic is this? It's a head or a bulb, not to be confused with a clove or you'll be sleeping on the couch. Now what you want to do is take this, you want to turn it upside down and put all your body weight on it. And I'm on a diet today, so there we go. And then what you're going to do is to peel these individual cloves, you can just take what I call a garlic gripper. Pop it in here and then roll this like so. Comes out, the clove is completely peeled. So that's kind of fun to use to make your work a little easier. But even easier than that is taking something like this, which is called a bench scraper, and you can just lightly tap it and then it just comes right out. And then if you love your boss, you can bang it a few times and it's completely minced, and then just put it in the dish. And so I want to add a little bit of cilantro, and what I've done here is I've just wrapped it in a damp paper towel, and the reason I did that is it helps to keep it fresh. And then what I'm going to do is, instead of taking off the whole day of work to pick each one of these leaves individually, I'm just taking a really sharp knife and I'm just going to give it a haircut. Quick shave like that. And then I'm going to gather all these together and then just start chopping. So now we just need to add the remaining ingredients. I like it hot, so I want to make give it a little kick. We're adding a little avocado that I sprayed with olive oil to keep it green, and then some green onions, some soy sauce, some sesame seeds, and some kosher salt. And I'm using kosher salt because it's mine salt and has had no additives added to it. So now I'm just going to mix it up, and we are ready to start assembling. And then I take one of my vessels and I can just load some in here like this and garnish with something in the dish. You always want to garnish with something in the dish. Now the best part is I get to taste it. It's delicious. I can see why this is the most popular recipe at my events.